I point the finger at somebody. I mean, I think that it's just that when I talk about the numbers that I'm doing, I'm really doing. It's not like, you know how the young kids say now, capping, or we used to say fronting, so ain't no future in your fronting, but whatever I talk about is what I've done.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How does the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
But the great thing just about me is that I was able to capitalize off the hate. And it was motivation for me to go out there and work hard.
Floyd Mayweather, once the world's highest paid athlete, is now facing a dramatic financial collapse. His $750 million empire, including luxury estates, exotic cars, and 3 private jets, has reportedly been frozen or seized. Despite the turmoil, Mayweather remains optimistic, stating, "When everything is okay, I'll take them back." The former boxing champion, known for flaunting his extravagant lifestyle, claims ownership of properties across the globe and insists the setback is only temporary. However, reports point to growing financial strain, legal entanglements, and possible mismanagement as key factors behind the downfall. What was once a towering symbol of undefeated dominance now teeters on the edge. While Mayweather asserts it's not over, the silence surrounding his assets tells another story, a stark reminder that even the richest can fall when wealth lacks a solid foundation.
I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay. I still got my private jets. Let me put an S on that because I got 3 of them. Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere.
Over the years, Floyd Mayweather has built an empire that extends well beyond the boxing ring, with a strong focus on real estate, especially in New York City. In a past interview, Mayweather revealed that he owns 9 skyscrapers in NYC alone, including the iconic Summit Building, one of the tallest commercial properties in the world. He credited much of his real estate success to his longtime partnership with SL Green, a major player in the industry. Mayweather specifically acknowledged Andrew Matias, a prominent figure at SL Green, as a mentor who guided him through the complexities of real estate investment. During a walk through Manhattan, Matias pointed out several buildings they co-owned, teaching Floyd the long-term power and stability that comes with owning prime property.
I don't always talk about different things that I'm doing. You know, what I'm working on right now in New York City, I know you guys, if you guys haven't seen one of my buildings, is One Summit, you know.
Yes.
You know, it's actually it's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers.
Yeah. What's the address of that building?
I don't know that one by heart. So what I'm working on, I want you guys to know this. I got a casino coming to New York City in Times Square.
Wow.
You're part of that, yeah.
Clap it up for that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Big. That's big.
That's huge.
I just saw that, Caesars.
Yes, I got a casino. SL Green is a company that I've been working with.
Floyd Mayweather recalls a lesson that reshaped his mindset. Athletes earn money while they're active, boxing, playing football, or hitting the court. But in New York real estate, you make money even while you sleep. That insight stuck with him. Motivated by this revelation, Floyd made his first real estate move with a $5 million investment, a small fraction of his net worth at the time, but a powerful first step into the world of high-end property ownership. Since then, he's expanded far beyond buildings. Mayweather recently revealed his involvement in a major upcoming casino project in Times Square, in partnership with Caesars, signaling a new chapter in his investment portfolio. From private jets and exotic cars to skyscrapers and commercial ventures, Mayweather's empire isn't just about luxury, it's about strategy. His shift toward long-term, passive income shows a deeper understanding of financial growth beyond the spotlight of sports.
For so many years. And Andrew Mathias, you know, great business guy. This is what he told me one day. We took a walk. We was in New York. We was taking a walk. He said, "You see that building right there?" He said, "Yeah." We said, "We own that. You see this building? We own it." So we was walking and walking. Then he said, "You know, a boxer makes money when he boxing. A football player makes money when he playing football. Basketball player makes money when he playing basketball." He said, "But New York real estate, you make money when you sleep."
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
that's a bar.
That's a big one.
So I said, okay. So I started off something small with him in the beginning. You know, I started off probably $5 million. That was just in the beginning. That was years ago.
Floyd Mayweather has once again made headlines, this time for massive real estate power move. He recently purchased 62 apartments in New York City, a deal reportedly worth $42 million, making it one of his most ambitious investments yet. Never one to shy away from the spotlight, Floyd shared glimpses of the acquisition along with the reveal of his second private jet. But this isn't just about showing off, it signals a serious pivot toward high-value, income-generating assets. These aren't just residential units. They're part of a larger strategy focused on long-term rental income and property appreciation in premium locations. Mayweather's willingness to drop tens of millions in a single transaction reflects his growing confidence in the New York real estate market. While many retired athletes play it safe with low-risk ventures, Floyd continues to build aggressively, turning heads in the business world just as he did in the ring. This $42 million deal isn't just another flex, it's a bold statement that Mayweather is playing the long game. From jets to high-rise assets, he's reshaping his legacy as not only an undefeated boxer, but a calculated investor with a sharp eye for wealth-building opportunities.
Floyd Money Mayweather just bought 60 buildings in Manhattan for $402 million. It's one of the largest deals this year, and the purchase is for 60 buildings and over 1,000 affordable housing apartments, making the average cost per unit $402,000. Before this, Floyd already had a massive real estate portfolio of over $200 million, including 9 skyscrapers in New York City. This new deal involving over 60 buildings is located in Upper Manhattan, and all these properties will fall under Article 9 tax exemption, which means as long as 2/3 of the apartments stay affordable housing, they can collect tax breaks for the next 40 years. And even though Floyd just spent $500 million, he just showed off his new $65 million carbon fiber jet. And the wild part is, this is his second plane and small plane. He also owns a massive Gulfstream 650. But his new plane is pretty sweet. It's a 12-seater equipped with everything you can imagine, including gold cup holders.
50 Cent recently shed light on a rocky chapter in his former friendship with Floyd Mayweather, revealing a moment that tested both trust and loyalty. When Mayweather was facing jail time, he turned to 50 for support, not just as a friend, but as someone he trusted to manage his empire in his absence. Floyd asked 50 Cent to take the reins of his business affairs, including Mayweather Promotions. Out of loyalty, 50 didn't hesitate. He stepped in to handle operations and even went as far as investing his own money into the business to keep things running smoothly. It was a gesture rooted in friendship, but one that would later become a source of tension between the two.
50 Cent and Mayweather.
Yeah.
This looked like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened?
As he was actually going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions. As he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC. So technically, Floyd is a golden boy fighter. They build the whole show.
Yeah.
When he comes home, there's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign, where, you know, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell you how to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. Like, Floyd, he ain't that, man. Telling you, man, like if they push me to a certain point, I'll mess up in front of everybody. Cause it's just the way I'm brought up. Like I never ran from anything because I never had nobody to go to. I've always had where I'm going, home to get me.
But things took a sharp turn after Floyd Mayweather was released from prison. 50 Cent expected acknowledgement for the time, effort, and money he had poured into keeping Mayweather's business afloat. Most importantly, he wanted to discuss the $2 million he had personally invested. To his shock, Floyd appeared either unaware of the investment or acted as if it never happened. When the conversation finally came to a head, Mayweather denied ever asking 50 to put up the money, and he never paid it back. That unresolved financial dispute became the breaking point. What started as a strong bond between two powerful figures in entertainment and sports unraveled into a bitter feud. Their fallout, fueled by miscommunication and a lack of trust, is a reminder of how money, especially when left unaddressed, can turn even the closest friendships into public rivalries.
My thing is that we can't fuck up the money. We can't fuck up the money no matter what. We can fuck up a lot of things. We can fuck up the club. We can fuck up a house. We can fuck up a car, but we can't fuck up the money.
So you mean to tell me at the minute where your uncle and...
I knew a fine was coming instantly.
You knew a fine was coming?
I knew it.
But not one piece of your thing said, let me go snuff
I couldn't do
Judah real quick.
No.
No?
I was already taking care of business.
Okay, all right. You said, fuck that, let's stay on the back.
Let's keep it. I mean, my thing was this. we're professionals.
Right.
I'm not an amateur. You know, this is not a street fight. So when you're a professional and you're a veteran, you got experience.
Floyd Mayweather has never been shy about living large, and recently, he took his signature extravagance to a whole new level. In a jaw-dropping display of wealth and affection, the undefeated champ treated his grandson to a shopping spree that most could only dream of. Walking into a luxury boutique with millions in cash on hand, Floyd made one thing clear: I'll buy whatever he wants. From designer clothes to high-end accessories, nothing was off-limits. Onlookers were stunned as Mayweather casually splurged on item after item, proudly showering his grandson with a kind of gifts few people will ever experience. But for Floyd, it wasn't just about the money. It was a moment to celebrate his legacy, his family, and the empire he's built. Critics may call it excessive, but for Mayweather, it's a reflection of years of hard work, sacrifice, and success. This wasn't just a shopping trip, it was a powerful statement. This is what winning looks like.
Hey. This is how the champ does it. Yo, straight off the press conference we're over here at Neiman Marcus, this is how you do it, huh? Always.
Well, right now, I'm here because I got to get my grandson something. You know, got to spend a bit.
You've been doing it like this ever since I've known you.
And you know it.
It don't stop. Look at that. Something. What I mean, grandson's super blessed. What are you getting him? Little piece or
whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. Look at that. This is. I'm looking at $1 million right here.
There ain't no million. That's probably like a half.
Half. Yeah.
Half.
It's definitely up there.
520.
It's definitely up there. You got your protection right here.
A little while.
That's what's up. All right, cool. Lucky grandkid.
Floyd Mayweather has made flaunting his wealth a signature part of his public persona, and his latest display of opulence was no exception. Beyond his extravagant mansions and vast collection of luxury cars, Mayweather is equally known for his obsession with high-end watches and private jets. In a recent video, Floyd was seen aboard one of his private jets, casually speaking into the camera as though delivering a public service message, with a twist. Surrounded by stacks of cash, he urged viewers to start tipping their private jet pilots, calling it just the respectful thing to do. While his words might have seemed like a friendly reminder, the real message was clear: Floyd tips his pilots thousands of dollars per flight. The entire scene exuded luxury, gold accessories, designer clothes, and an aircraft that screamed wealth. But it wasn't really about generosity. This was Floyd flexing his financial supremacy, reinforcing his Money Mayweather brand. His message wasn't about tipping, it was about letting everyone know that he operates in a financial league of his own. To some, it might seem over the top or even arrogant. But for Floyd, it's all part of a lifestyle he's built, a lifestyle he proudly showcases to the world.
Everybody that got their own jet, you always got to tip your pilots no matter what. I don't care if it's a couple hundred, a couple thousand, you got to tip your pilots. Now today, I got to tip my pilots 1,000 apiece because it was kind of rough.
Floyd Mayweather has often boasted about the massive payday from his iconic 2017 fight against UFC star Conor McGregor, claiming he earned over $100 million from the bout. This matchup became a global spectacle, bridging the worlds of boxing and MMA in a way never seen before. UFC President Dana White has frequently described it as one of the biggest events in combat sports history, not just because of the hype, but due to its incredible financial success. The build-up was unlike any other, with fans from both sports eagerly tuning in. According to White, the fight shattered multiple records, including pay-per-view sales and total revenue, surpassing even some of Floyd's past high-profile bouts. It wasn't just a fight, it was a cultural phenomenon. Mayweather's undefeated record, McGregor's bold crossover into boxing, and the overwhelming attention it garnered transformed the event into a financial juggernaut. The success of the fight cemented Floyd's legacy, not only as a boxing legend but also as a master of the business side of the sport.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had?
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
Yeah. So that worked out okay.
It did.
Despite amassing hundreds of millions from legendary fights, including his blockbuster showdown with Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather is reportedly facing serious financial trouble. While his lavish lifestyle, filled with private jets, luxury cars, and extravagant spending, has been widely publicized, the truth behind his finances appears to be more complicated. Sources suggest that, Despite his massive earnings, Mayweather has struggled with bankruptcy and owes significant amounts to various people and businesses. One of the most talked about incidents occurred in Dubai, where Floyd was allegedly detained over unpaid jewelry. The story quickly spread, raising questions about the stability of his financial situation. But this isn't the only red flag. Mayweather has also been accused of dodging taxes by the IRS, despite regularly showcasing piles of cash on social media. These repeated controversies paint a picture of someone who may have lost control of his financial management. It's no longer just about flashy spending, it's about the consequences. Each scandal chips away at Floyd's credibility, turning his image from that of an untouchable wealth king into one of financial instability. While he once embodied the pinnacle of success and excess, these ongoing financial issues reveal a far different reality behind the scenes. Floyd's story serves as a cautionary tale. No amount of money can ensure long-term financial stability, especially when reckless spending and poor financial choices become habitual rather than occasional.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Chael Sonnen, known for his brutal honesty and sharp tongue, didn't hold back when he criticized Floyd Mayweather's approach to wealth. Floyd's problem isn't earning money, it's spending it, Sonnen remarked, cutting straight to the core of what many now perceive as Mayweather's reality. Once celebrated for his unmatched skill and undefeated record, Floyd has gradually shifted from being a symbol of excellence to one of excess. The passion and hunger that once drove him to become the best in the world now seem overshadowed by an obsession with wealth and image. Floyd no longer steps into the ring to prove a point or secure his legacy. He fights to keep the lifestyle afloat. The sprawling mansions, the private jets, the million-dollar shopping sprees, these aren't just status symbols, they've become shackles. Mayweather has gone from chasing championship belts to chasing bank deposits. Where he was once admired for his discipline and focus, many now watch him with a mix of fascination and concern. Floyd Mayweather, once driven by the pursuit of greatness, now seems like a man cornered by his own creation, fighting not for glory but for the glimmer of the next payday.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
As Floyd Mayweather's lavish lifestyle and ongoing financial struggles became more widely known, even figures within the boxing world began to weigh in. Prominent boxing promoter Eddie Hearn openly acknowledged Floyd's place as one of the greatest boxers in history, but didn't hold back when it came to criticizing his choices after retirement. Hearn pointed out that while Mayweather was unbeatable inside the ring, his extravagant spending habits have ultimately caught up with him. According to Hearn, the reason Floyd continues to take on exhibition matches, even after retiring, is simple. He needs the money to sustain his lifestyle. Rather than focusing on preserving his legacy, Floyd seems more concerned with securing quick paydays. These exhibition bouts, often against influencers or lesser-known fighters, may bring in millions, but they've also sparked criticism from boxing purists who feel they tarnish the sport. Hearn suggests that the more Floyd spends, the more he needs to earn, creating a cycle that keeps him chasing money long after his legendary career should have been sealed with respect and finality.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
not the biggest Mayweather
I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set, you know. He was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
But
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending,
it's a lot of expenses.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather didn't remain quiet after Eddie Hearn's comments about his financial struggles. In response, Floyd questioned why Eddie would involve himself in his financial affairs, asserting that he still has everything: his mansions, luxury cars, private jets, and more. Floyd made it clear that he believes people simply don't understand the full extent of his wealth. He used this opportunity to defend his image, insisting that he's still living large. However, despite his efforts to showcase a life of luxury, the reality of his financial situation tells a different story. The flashy lifestyle may still be on display, but behind the scenes, Floyd's financial stability appears to be wavering. With repeated exhibition matches, unpaid debts, and reports of being held over money issues, it's clear that he's struggling to maintain the lifestyle he once enjoyed. No matter how much he tries to prove that everything's still intact, the signs of a financial decline are hard to ignore. What was once a symbol of success now serves as a warning of how quickly fortune can slip away.
So one day, somebody, because you know I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money, that's why he doing exhibitions. No, Eddie don't believe that now.
Yeah. But Eddie will say some shit like that now.
Eddie will say some shit, but no, but one thing, don't worry about that, but me and Eddie got it clear. Then we Eddie, one thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less, can't be less than 10, because then we're struggling for money.
I had to show Eddie some of the account. Eddie, hold on.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Knockout Chronicles. And feel free to share this video with fellow boxing fans.